Richard, look! I found this book on ninjutsu. Soon I'll be a master ninja.
Okay, wait, a book? Here, give me that. You can't become a master by reading a book. Take this and go listen to one of the shows on the Pod Bros Network, like Take Aim Outdoors or Dave's Nerd Compendium, Pencil and Ink Reviews, or one of any of their other amazing shows. All right?
All right. Hey, where are you going with that book?
I will be going to finish this book and destroy it so I can become your teacher.
No!
What's up, everybody? I'm Richard.
And I'm Shawn.
And today we are speaking the language of mystery.
Mystery.
The language of bromance, but mystery.
I feel like you gotta have a mustache. You have to twirl it.
Would I just be like an old guy sitting like with a pipe and I'd be sitting in a chair reading in like the middle of a book that I'm not reading and like, oh, I didn't see you there, and then slowly close it.
Yeah. Let me tell you about a mystery. Clank.
Yeah.
Ow! Damn it. Because you gotta be careful with those things. Those are hard. You clank it against your teeth. That hurt.
I've never used a pipe. I've never used a pipe for tobacco.
Well, what else do you use pipes for?
Plumbing.
I've used pipes for plumbing.
Oh, well, see, there you go.
Yeah.
We're totally the same.
One other thing we have in common. My dad, he always told me when he was a kid, like, I don't know why he did it in the bedroom, but he'd be like, hey, your mom and I are going to go lay some pipe.
Yeah? And then you're like, you don't have a sink in there.
Yeah, that was weird. It was odd. But they worked really hard at it for about 5 minutes.
First thing he said, he had to take care of the carpet. And I'm like, well, that makes sense. You got to rip up the carpet before you put the pipes underneath. Shawn, they were doing no sort of construction in that room whatsoever.
They were constructing me a baby sister.
Yes, they were. That's not how you make babies. No, Shawn, we're going to talk about a murder mystery.
Ooh. If there's, that sells online, murder mystery, so give it to me.
Now this is during a murder mystery dinner. Have you ever been to any of these? Have you ever been to one?
Yeah.
Really? I've never done it. Tell me. I want to know.
It was I'm trying to remember what it was. It was like Roman times, because my character had nothing to do with it except I got to dance to the song Walk Like an Egyptian.
Okay, so hang on. So in this scenario, you're saying you walked in and you were given like a character.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I wasn't sure how it worked. I guess I was under the assumption that when you attended these things, that it was almost like a play being spoken that's happening around you. No, and you're just there.
I imagine some are probably like that, but the one I went to, you picked a character, and some of the characters had more to do with the story than others.
Okay.
Like mine, all I had to do was get up and dance like an Egyptian, which, it's funny because I was a freshman at the time, and because I had no friends, I sat with the teachers. I was that kid.
Oh.
Like, well, I'll just sit here by you, Mrs. Stevenson. She's like, I don't want you sitting here. Who invited you on this trip?
Mr. Davis is supposed to sit here. Trying to lay me some pipe. Why do you want him to do plumbing? He's the philosophy teacher. He doesn't know anything about construction.
You're silly, Miss Stevenson.
You're just like my parents.
No, but yeah, you get a name, and you kind of like, it's all improv, and they kind of give you like a little bit of a guideline. So you might be Cleopatra. I can't remember who died in this, but it might have been Cleopatra or something.
Well, I assume it would be Caesar if it's a Roman thing.
Well, I think I said it wrong. I think it was Egypt is where it took place. Okay. I don't really remember for sure. I was freshman. I was concerned about the construction that Mr. Davidson was going to do in the hotel. They're going to charge that card to the school. You can't be tearing stuff up at the hotel.
Oh, my goodness. I think that carpet's like expensive.
But yeah, you get a character, like there's a few scenes they play out, but yeah, it's like a few scenes, then you eat your food, a few more scenes, dessert, a few more scenes, and then I think everybody kind of like votes who they think did it, and then they reveal it's like, no, you dumb idiots, it was Greg from accounting.
Oh. No, see, that doesn't, I don't know. I kind of like the thought of it like happening around you. Okay, so this is sad. My only reference to what like a murder mystery thing would be from the show Saved by the Bell, where they did an episode that they went to this house for a weekend for like a murder mystery dinner. That my entire reference on murder mystery like events or weekends or dinners or whatever, it's all based on that one Saved by the Bell episode. Actually, it's my favorite Saved by the Bell episode.
I vaguely remember it. I actually just recalled I did go to a second one in Chicago that took place during Prohibition. So they had like a whole, Al Capone storyline to it.
Like a speakeasy and...
Yeah. And with that one, I can't remember if they picked people or how it worked, but it was a lot less. Like that was more happening around you. But some people in the audience were picked to go up on stage and play some parts and stuff. Because I remember, since it was in Chicago and I'm a big White Sox fan, they were talking about like driving by Wrigley Field and how excited it was and all this stuff. And then they drove by Comiskey Park, which is the White Sox park. And they're like, oh, there's no, like they made a joke like there's nobody there. It was quiet. And so I yelled boo really loud, but nobody else yelled boo but me.
Yeah.
And then Miss Stevenson smacked me and she said, shh, who invited you to this trip?
Why are you sitting in that seat?
That's Mr. Davidson's seat.
Why did he follow you? Why did he follow us to Chicago? Why did you follow us to Chicago, Shawn? I love these things. Can we go to the next one?
I hear there's a 10 o'clock one. I can eat 2 dinners.
Okay. So this is a murder mystery dinner show. Actually, Shawn, this was on an Alaskan cruise.
Oh, okay. So probably like they had a special room where you could go and do this if you wanted to.
Either that or it was happening like on the ship. I don't know.
Well, I mean on the ship, but like they probably had like a special part of the cafeteria or something cut off for this.
Maybe. We'll see. Okay, so
the plot is already thickening.
when passengers aboard the Emerald Princess cruise heard the first... Yeah, Emerald Princess... when the passengers aboard the Emerald Princess cruise heard the first in a string of announcements regarding a death on the ship, some simply thought it was part of the show. Oh, no. Shawn, somebody died during the murder mystery dinner show cruise.
So, like, Samantha and Greg are sitting there, and, like, he didn't want to do this. Because you have to be a special kind of nerd to want to sit through those.
No, Shawn, this would be not Sam and Greg. This would be us. We're going for a fun weekend, just the two of us.
So, okay, so you and I get on this cruise, right? And you're like, oh, I'm so excited. Like, we're going to see glaciers. We're going to see whales. Like, they've got a heated pool. This is going to be amazing, Shawn. We're going to eat food, drink. It's going to be a great time.
And you're all like, oh, I want to take in the sights and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, Shawn, we're here to solve a crime. That's our job.
Well, I figured I'd be the one to be like, oh my gosh, Richard, at 10 o'clock tonight, guess what? Murder Mystery Theater dinner. You and me, buddy, we're going. And you'd be like, no, God, no. That sounds horrible.
I'm no Zach Morris.
I've been to 2 of these, Richard, with Miss Stevenson, and she always is really happy the next day. I don't know why. So it's always great for you the next day.
Oh, yeah, with Mr. Davis, right, laying pipe. And then you're like, Richard, and then you're like, Richard, do you want to lay pipe? No, I do not. But you stay away from my carpet, Shawn. Stay away. Okay, so Christy Manzanares, 39, was found in her cabin with a severe head wound around 9 p.m. She was pronounced dead 20 minutes later. Others aboard the cruise were being entertained by a murder mystery dinner show elsewhere on the ship, traveling through Alaska. So, Shawn, we're sitting in the murder mystery, and then all of a sudden we hear a commotion like out in the hall. And I'm like, oh, or no commotion. I just like, you know what? I'm going to get up. I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, you're going to have a smoke because you're getting bored at this point.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, because there's just like, it's all this like bad acting.
Yeah.
And I've never been aboard a cruise ship, but I would assume that like the staff and stuff like that, I get the impression that they're not happy to be there.
Well, I mean,
like,
they've done this.
It's a cruise, but it's, yeah, like you're going to say, it's, you know, they've done this 200 times. Like, they're over it.
It's like, no, look at this. The killer left the murder weapon on the stairs.
My God, whatever will we do? I guess he didn't see the iceberg dead ahead.
Say killer's name here. Ah, damn it.
And runs off.
So you go out, you have a smoke, and all of a sudden, what do you see outside there, Richard? Then, so
I'm standing out on on the deck, and I'm like leaning over the side. I'm having a cigarette, and all of a sudden, I see there's a police boat that comes up the side. There's a police boat that like comes up to the side of the ship, and I'm like, oh, like they're really kind of going on. This is kind of the extra mile. I'm the only one out here. I'm seeing this.
The third act of this play is really, really good.
Wow, they went and got authentic police officers, and so they get up and they get up on the ship, and then they're like, "Sir, where's cabin 307?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's down the hall." I mean, do you hope there's hope everything's okay, officer? Punt, nudge, nudge. And he's like, "Sir, don't. That's assault." And I'm like, "What are you talking about, nut, sir? Don't poke me with that elbow again, or we're gonna have consequences."
Pulls out his billy club and puts it into your chest. You're like, "Ow! That hurt. I'm gonna tell the captain. I haven't filled out my survey yet, sir."
Hey, you're not supposed to rough up the guests. He's not supposed to rough up the guests.
What's your employee number, sir? You mean my badge number? No. I'm done with this play.
I mean, yes, but no.
I don't know.
Both, I guess. I don't know.
Go take care of the dead body. Sir, how'd you know there's a dead body?
Well, there's two more in the dining room. What? And then all of a sudden, so then they take off, and I'm like, "Oh, I'll see the acting skills of these cops." So I hurry up and run back to my seat, and then I'm like, "Oh, Shawn, check this out, Ray, watch." And then like the doors kick open, and then here come the cops, and they're running through, and they're like, "All right,
Alaska PD,
nobody move." Ooh.
Sir, stop clapping.
Oh. Aren't they supposed to be nicer? Shawn, are they supposed to be nice to us?
Yeah, I got the nice cruise.
I don't remember any of this in the Saved by the Bell episode. So Shawn, what are you doing at this point? So cops bust in and they're like, "Nobody move."
Well, I mean, at this point, you got to be thinking, it's like, oh, wow, like they really bumped it up here.
Yeah.
And they go up to the person like, "Oh, we heard there's a body in 309. And I'm like, "Damn it." I'm scratching on my napkin. You're like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like, I'm taking notes. I got to figure out who this killer is. I had room 222. That's our room.
Wait a minute. Shawn, were you going to off me? What was that? I think I was going to be the next victim, officer.
I think the killer's Shawn.
I'll take that prize money, please.
I stand up. I get all grumpy. He's like, "No, Richard, it's not me the killer. I think you're the killer."
What? That's preposterous.
Well, while we were eating dessert, you went out to the deck. What'd you do on the deck?
I had a cigarette.
Oh, yeah? And you always smoke a cigarette after what? After you kill somebody, you son of a bitch. It was Richard.
Oh, yeah? Well, you know what? What about those 3 times you went to the bathroom? What about those 4 times you went to the bathroom in the cabin? What's that about?
You know I have a sensitive bladder and I have to pee a lot. I drank a lot of Kool-Aid on this trip.
Oh, yeah? Well, one time I put my ear to the door and there was a bunch of grunts and moans. You know what that was? That was probably you trying to figure out how to strangle me to death.
At this point, the cops are coming. It's like, gentlemen. It's like, hey, that looks like a real taser. Oh man, I didn't know Shawn was acting in this. He's doing really good.
Oh, he pooped himself.
Method acting. Way to go, Shawn.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Okay, do me next. I can totally do this. Oh God.
You fall down faking it. They just do it anyway.
Or they bust in and then the dead people stand up and then we're like, "Hey!
We paid good money for this."
They're not really dead. So other dinner show traveling the Alaska waters. The revelry, however, was interrupted by a troubling announcement requesting urgent assistance from medical and security teams.
You and I both raise our hands. We're like, hey, we solved the murder mystery 2 nights in a row. We can do this.
Can we be doctors?
Wait, I got this. And you pull out a pipe.
What's that? You're a doctor?
Yes, I'm Dr. Dick. My name's Richard, but I call myself Dr. Dick.
You can call me Dr. Dick. It's my title. I'm a doctor. Oh, right this way, doctor. Oh, thank you very much. Shawn, bring me my lab coat.
I come in. It's like, he's my nurse. You travel with your nurse? Sometimes. They bring us into the room where the murders happen. There's blood everywhere.
Bodies this way, sir. And then we'll leave you to your work. And they shut the door. We're like, huh, they did a really good job with this.
You kind of looks like real blood, Richard.
Shawn, this is no, it's not real blood. They use pig's blood all the time. I saw this music video where they filled a whole bathtub full of pig's blood.
But wouldn't they use just corn syrup? Like, that's when you walk over and put your finger in it. Like, yeah, it's corn syrup.
Shawn, this isn't corn syrup. It tastes like pennies.
It's pig blood.
This is pig blood. I just like pig blood.
Tum hurts.
This isn't kosher, officer. This is not a kosher. It's not a kosher environment. I mean, I'm not Jewish, but I was just. Do you have a card I could fill out or something? I'll get back to work, huh? Stop nudging me, sir. Okay.
Doctor, please. Could you call me doctor? I didn't go to fake 7 years of school for nothing. But you knock back on the door, like it's been like 5 minutes. They come back in like, do you need something else? Or it's like, nope, I'm done. Okay, well, what do you think? Yeah, she's dead.
Totally. She's dead, Jim. Totes my goats.
I think it was the nurse, Shawn. What? Wasn't me.
Oh, well, what happened when I was talking to the cop? You could have totally killed her. When I was talking to the cop, me and Officer Stevens, my name's O'Malley, sir. Well, we've become very close in our time together, haven't we, Stevens? Yes. I mean, what's O'Malley? Well, that's kind of on the nose, isn't it? No, see, so we're sitting there and we're sitting in front of this dead body. So at what point do you think we would realize that it's an actual dead body? Because because my thing is this. I've never been on a movie set, and you've never been. Well, you've been on a movie set.
Yeah, I've been on one.
I've never been on a movie set with a dead body ever, and I don't think you have either. Like
not
a fake
real
body.
Dead body. There was a fake.
No.
Well, I mean, they faked it, but it was kind of like the person was moving around a lot.
Okay, not like a prop body.
No, well, it was a really bad prop body. So
okay. Well, yeah, but okay. So you're talking about like an indie kind of film thing, and so I'm sure your assumption would probably be like, wow, like they really kind of went all out for this.
Yeah, we didn't really pay that much for this trip. We went to we got this on a Groupon. We got the last 2 available, super cheap. And look at how far they go out. I'm kind of amazed because, like, we're the only ones seeing this. So really they're doing it just for our benefit, Richard, because these cops, they're the actors.
No, Shawn, don't be stupid. As soon as we leave, they're going to bring 2 more people in here. It's like an attraction.
I gotcha. But if Grandma Sue and Grandpa Joe come in here, they're going to have heart attacks. This thing looks real.
This thing totally looks real. Look at it. Look. And then I just prop it up, and I'm like, oh, look, I'm a lovely prop. Look at me. La, 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 la.
Feel how cold it is, Shawn. I mean, it couldn't be real. Nothing could be that cold.
No.
And you just let it go.
I bet there's ice inside. I bet there's dry ice inside. Let me check.
Oh, wow. This is like Westworldy.
Oh, it's warm and soft on the inside. Ew. And I rub it on your shirt. As soon as we walk out of here, I'm blaming you.
You're the one with the blood on you.
Yeah.
I want to get that prize money. I want to get that free drink coupon. Knock on the door. Cops come in. What? This seems... Did you move the body?
They just open the door, and there I am with like blood-covered hands, and like, you know, working this body like a marionette. And then you're sitting there with blood all over your shirt, like, what the hell are you two doing? Admiring this place's handiwork. That's what. Thunk.
All right, let's go to the next body. Wait, there's more bodies on the ship?
Oh my gosh.
We need to contact the captain. We gotta get these two in the barracks and lock them up.
These two little sickos here. Little sickies. Okay, now, because they were doing a murder mystery theater about death on a cruise ship, most people thought it was just part of the dramatic effect of what they were doing. Confusion surrounding the matter devolved into concern, and then the cruise liner was diverted to Juneau hours ahead of schedule. The ship was placed on lockdown for hours as the FBI investigated.
Oh, so that's where you get even more excited. Okay, well, they're bringing in the big guns for this, Richard. Like, I thought this thing was supposed to be over at 10:30. It's 10:45, and they're still going.
Right? So you and I are sitting in the brig. I don't know. Does a cruise ship have a brig?
I don't know. I would assume so. I think all ships have something like that.
So we're sitting there, and all of a sudden these guys come in with FBI jackets, and we're like, oh no, Shawn, it's the fuzz. Woo! They walk in. I've still got blood all over my hands. You've got blood on your shirt. The fuck is the matter with the two of you, you little sickies?
Hey, language. This is a cruise ship.
Oh my gosh. PG-13 much?
That's the one time you can use the F word.
First thing I'm going to need is a comment card.
Wait, am I still playing the Dr. Dick part? Listen, I think these guys might have multiple personality disorder.
One thinks he's a doctor and then he's not, and one thinks he's a nurse and then he's not.
They both want to be like private investigators too. It's really odd.
I don't get it. Did they do it? Oh, for sure they did it. And then they're in there playing with the body.
Right in front of us.
Fucking weird.
It's like, man, Richard, I'm getting hungry and I'm tired. Can we just say we did it so we can end this game and go home, go back to our room and lay some pipe?
No, Shawn. No, Rich, Shawn.
I want to go back to the room and lay pipe. You said we could lay pipe tonight.
No, I did not. Nor did I ever, or will I ever say that. That's number one.
O'Malley walks up. Wait, what are you guys talking about laying pipe for?
Well, I can't do that very well with blood all over myself now, can I? Well, I mean, I guess I could. I mean, I don't know. What kind of pipes you got here? Oh my God. No, I'd be like, no, Shawn. No, we started this. We got to finish it. We got to see it through. You know what you're doing right now? You're abandoning character. That is the hugest faux pas you can make in something like this.
Oh, you're right. You always say I can't finish well.
So when those FBI guys get back in here, we got to play the hard nose, like, you ain't getting nothing out of us. We can, let's use our Cagney accents. We'll be like, or like our, 30s gangster accents. So then they walk back in and we're like, you never get a dime out of us, see? I'm
like, hello, governor. You'll never get anything out of us.
Oh my God.
Cheerio.
Why are we, no, we're not, don't be British. You gotta be like 30s Hollywood. Be like, listen here, Muggsy, I'm a hot little firecracker with a whole lot of moxie.
Moxie, Muggs, Bugs, Bunny, see?
Perfect. Do Bugs Bunny. That's what you should do. Meanwhile, the cops are just looking at us like, what the hell is the matter with these guys?
They leave. We nudge each other. It's like, I think they might like ask us to come on board for permanent. Like they haven't seen characters like this ever.
Oh my God. What if we get hired?
Rich, what if this is a tryout?
Oh, it's like an audition.
Yeah, we got to see this all the way through.
Yes, let's play this to the hilt. Okay, but for the record, I'm going to say that you did it.
Yeah, but then in the end, we'll say we both did it because we laid pipe in there.
Yeah, and I was a lover scorned because it's always that, right? I don't know.
Yeah. Oh,
I watch a lot of true TV, and that's what always happens. It's always a lover scorned, and then
Typically, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched like those ones where they talk about the women scorned? Like that's scary stuff. There's chicks in those like crime dramas that like they don't play around. Like where they do the real life ones. It's like, yeah, my husband cheated on me and I found him, so I cut his wiener off and made him eat it.
Oh, like the murder porn?
Yeah.
That's why I call it murder porn.
Well, it's the
I borrowed it from South Park. South Park called it murder porn.
It's the ones the wives watch while you're in the room. And they look at you and like, if you ever, I know every trick. They'll never find the body, Shawn.
And you're just like, what? What do you mean? You know what? Now that you mentioned it, if you were planning on like, offing your wife, murder mystery on a dinner cruise. Be like, honey, I bought us tickets to a dinner cruise. And then we get there and then it's like, oh, let's reenact the scene from Titanic. And then she's like, oh, I'm flying, Jack. I'm flying. I'll be like, my name's not Jack, you hussy. Ah!
Spaloosh. All right, let's go get some dinner.
Yeah, let's see him figure that out.
Oh, damn it. We're still docked. Oh, damn it. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She's up the ladder.
Yep, they're pulling her out. Is she pointing at me? Yeah, she's pointing at me.
I'll wave. Sorry.
You slipped.
You totally slipped.
Thank God you survived. Yay.
I was so worried.
I was about to jump in. I was taking my shirt off because you shouldn't swim with clothes on.
I went to go find a door.
No need to talk to the Oh, I'm going to jail.
Damn it.
Let me call Rich.
Yeah, but Rich. Off myself, then we'll figure out. Then they won't know who did it. Bonk.
What? If I hit myself with the shoe enough times, surely something will happen. Whack, 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 whack.
Then I throw myself overboard. I'm like, we are still docked. The ship was placed on lockdown for hours as the FBI investigated. Some were restricted to their cabins, while others were free to walk about but not leave the ship.
And 2 people were in the brig.
One with blood-soaked hands saying he's a doctor.
Richard, I heard that the people are allowed to walk around up there. Like, I think we're kind of getting screwed here. I don't think they're going to offer us a job.
I know. I have a voucher for, like, the buffet, and it's only good for tonight.
Yeah, I'm so hungry, too. I told you we should have went to the buffet first and then the dinner. But no.
You're right.
Let's do the buffet after.
Well, I didn't think this would take very long. But then I got really into it, and I'm like, oh, I'm a doctor. And then I was playing with the body, and like we were having a good time, and now we're stuck in this room. Like, this isn't very fun. You know what? I'm gonna get us out of here. Excuse me. We'd like to leave now. I have a voucher.
Do you think they want us to keep playing the part? You're right. They probably do. He did it. He just confessed. I didn't do it. You did it. We did it together.
Oh, see that he did it. No, Shawn, remember I was supposed to tell. I was supposed to be like, you did it, and then you were gonna blame me, and then I was gonna be like, oh no, I have it on tape, and then you were gonna be like, oh, you got me.
Oh, okay. All right, let's play that part. Ready? Take 2.
All right, see, you totally confessed because I actually did get it on tape. Hello!
That's a video of me in the bathroom taking a bath last night.
Oh, damn it. Hang on.
Well,
what about this one?
It's all perception shot. That's when I was suntanning out.
Oh,
Why do you have so many pictures of me?
Because I'm ashamed of myself.
It's all an act anyway, Shawn. They come back in, they put cuffs on me. You're like, ha ha! I'll see you at the buffet. All right, thanks, gentlemen. My time here is done.
How long are you gonna keep him for? Like an hour? Or is this like a bailout thing, like for charity or whatever? Like, oh, he's in lockup and I have to bonds $2,000, sir. $2,000? Shawn, I don't have a Groupon for that.
They didn't give me any. Wait, is it one of those things where I like hand you money? Okay, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000.
Is this
I
like
bailed him out.
Is this like dollars or like cruise ship dollars?
Listen, he hasn't eaten, and if his blood sugar gets too low, he gets a little cranky.
I have a gift card, and I have
Shawn's credit card right here too. You can use that. Max it out.
whatever it takes, because I want my friend for the buffet.
Wait, you want to eat your friend on the buffet? Arrest this guy too.
No, wait, I don't have a credit card.
This wasn't a cannibal storyline. Oh, damn it.
I don't know at what point we would be like, wait a minute, somebody actually died?
Probably like when they like take us off the boat. Like, man, they're really going like they're taking us off the boat, Richard. And they put us in a jail cell and we like sit there for 6 hours. I'm like, oh, the ship was supposed to leave soon. Like, are they going to wait for us? Like, surely they're not going to leave without us.
Just look out the window. Wah, wah. Shawn's leaving without us.
That's got to be a different ship, right? Nope.
Emerald Princess. Shawn, we're in jail. Let's see. Passengers were eventually allowed to disembark around 8:30 p.m. So they landed early, and then they had to stay either in their cabins or some of them were allowed to walk about. Which I would like being the guy restricted into your cabin. That's got to be I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
Free vouchers.
Cruise is one of those things I don't know if I could do because I don't think the rooms are real big.
Yeah, I would think they're super small. I don't know how big they are. I haven't been on a cruise. There's a lot of things I haven't done. I think everything I know about cruises I have also learned from television. So
Love Boat.
Love Boat. I don't think there was a Saved by the Bell episode on a cruise.
I don't think so. They spent time in Hawaii.
Yes.
And then there was the summer season where they spent I don't know what beach it was.
They were at some beach resort.
Yeah. Was that like in Florida? I feel like that was on the East Coast, not the West Coast.
No, that was California.
Was it?
It's gotta be.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Why would all those parents send their kids to the opposite side of the country at once?
Know, high school kids, that'd probably be a bad idea. So, Zach, what have you been doing all summer? Laying lots of pipe, Mom. Lots and lots of pipe.
By the way, thanks for buying Kelly's ticket.
Come back 9 months later. They have a little Zach Morris baby. They never touched on really hot topics in that show, did they? Besides drugs. Hey, that's another reason I didn't do drugs, Richard.
Oh, come on. Touch on drugs. It was caffeine pills, Shawn.
No, there's the one where they had the famous singer dude that came on. And they were doing like the anti-drug commercial. And then he was smoking pot and tried to offer it to Kelly. And Zach came back in. And Zach's all like, come on, Kelly. He threw the jacket back at him. He's like, we'll do the commercial without you, Stevie Stone, or whatever his name was. And then they did the whole commercial. And at the end, what did they say, Richard? There's no hope with dope. And 12-year-old Shawn's like, yeah, there's the frog telling me no, and Zach Morris. So nobody's got to be doing dope, right?
Nope,
nobody does it.
Nope, nobody does it, Shawn. Okay, to the rest of our audience, just let him live. Just let him live.
Don't break him. He's fragile.
He is. He's so fragile. It's easier to just let him be rather than crush that delicate flower. Well, he wasn't banging Kelly at the summer resort. He was banging the chick from King of Queens. I can't think. Leah Remini.
I don't remember what her name was in there because she had a fat dad. Like he was real big and grumpy.
What was her name? Was it Stacy? I don't remember. Okay, so after hundreds of interviews, officials filed murder charges against the husband.
Who filed?
Officials filed. They filed murder charges against the husband.
So
okay. Now, here's my thing. When it comes to a murder on a cruise ship or whatever, I would think that you're on a cruise ship. Why are you gonna like hit somebody's head on a thing in the cabin and then leave it? That doesn't make any sense. You're on a boat. Like, get rid of the body, toss it over to the side. Right?
Yeah, you hear stories about that every now and then where like honeymooners and stuff go on those, and all of a sudden one of them is missing. Like, oh, we don't know what happened. But see, Richard, with this, we would have cracked the case for this. So we'd been sitting there in the brig, and they're like pounding on us, and we're like, geez, guys, it really wasn't us. Like, come on, think about it. Was she married? And they're like, yeah. Well, it was the husband, right? Had to be. Crime of passion.
Right? Lover scorned. Well, why?
Yeah.
Was she sleeping with you? No. I mean, no.
I mean, what's the script say? I mean, I'll pretend. I'll be happy. I'll be happy to pretend.
We just hit, burst into the room. The butler did it. We don't have, there's no butlers on the ship. Oh, the waiter did it.
No.
Which one? That one? He was on a different deck, sir. Oh, that one? That's just a man in a suit. Oh, Shawn did it.
We already talked about this. I didn't do it.
Oh,
Somebody else. Was she married?
Yes, she was, sir. Where's the husband? The husband.
Genius. We see him get arrested, like beat down, tased. Like,
no,
Richard.
see, that's when one of us breaks out a pipe, and then we're like, now as you can see from the angle of the wound, that clearly it was done by a left-handed man. And sir, are you right-handed or left-handed? I'm right-handed. Well,
I moved the body earlier, so that is why I thought that.
Exactly.
So it was a trick on you, sir.
And you've fallen right into my trap. Take him away, officers.
Shawn, we're going to get so many free coupons on this trip.
And we're still going to catch the end of the buffet. Although I hate going to the end of the buffet because it never put out anything new.
It kind of
like you get all like the leftover stuff, and
you get the bottom stuff that's been sitting there for a while.
Right? Who wants crab legs they've been like sitting there for hours? Not this guy.
You know the trick to buffets is you don't load up at the front of the buffet. You wait till you get to the end because they keep all the good stuff at the end.
Is that true?
Like crab legs? Yeah, crab legs, they don't put it at the front. They put them at the back. So then you've loaded up your whole plate.
That makes sense.
You're like, crap, I've only got room for one crab leg. I'll come back for more.
Also, almost everything on the buffet is carb heavy because they want you, like, everything's meant to fill you up. That's why they use like yeast rolls, because you eat them and then it like puffs up in your stomach like a big rice cake.
Yeast rolls are so good though.
Oh man, they're fucking delicious.
I love them.
You know what I love more than a yeast roll? Solving murders.
Yeah.
Shawn, we should do this for a living.
Bromance Mystery Incorporated.
We could be like detectives.
We'd be like, he'd be like, as the husband's getting taken away, be like, I would have made it too if it wasn't for you pesky bros.
Yeah.
And so then they're taking him off, and you're like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah. Now me and Richard are going to go lay pipe in our room. No, we're not.
No, that's nothing like that is ever happening.
But I talked about the last one. You said you were going to tell me what it meant to lay pipe. And you're going to show me and teach me. I want to be a craftsman, Richard.
So we throw open the doors and we're like, I'll take it from here, boys. And they're like, who the fuck is this guy? And why are his hands covered in blood? And as you can see, the obvious suspect would be the husband. But little did we know about the will, where the husband was already written out of it. And then you're like, and then he's like, Sheila had a will? Well, of course she had a will. And since you were written out of it, of course, all your motivation to kill her would have been done, but not for old man Carruthers. But, you would think it'd be Old Man Carruthers if it wasn't for this mask. Ow!
Sorry, sir.
That's really on there. Damn.
Wait, what do you mean I have to leave the ship? I solved the mystery.
Well, but what about the haunted amusement park?
You look at me, Shawn, like, hey, Shawn, what do we do? Well, I don't know, Richard. Oh, God, now he's Scooby-Doo.
In the arrest affidavit, a witness identified only as D.H. recalled entering the cabin where the incident took place and asking Kenneth what unfolded in the blood-covered room. She wouldn't stop laughing at me, he responded, before attempting to drag his wife's body over to the ship's balcony. See, that's what I was saying.
Oh, I did hear. This has been actually a very recent story.
When a security officer arrived minutes later, he cuffed him after spotting blood on his shirt and hands. Well, then why'd they detain everybody for like 8 hours?
Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe just to make sure there wasn't more people involved. Or maybe so evidence didn't get lost too or tampered with.
Well, they have those body cams now, so that way you can see when they're tampering with evidence.
I did hear a story that they got caught somewhere. Some dude was planting some evidence and his body cam caught it.
I saw that. He planted like drugs in like during like a search.
Yeah.
Like he planted them and then walked back out front to this. Like he planted them in like the backyard of a house and then walked out front. And I guess he thought he switched the camera off. And so he walks back out front, then switched the camera on and is like walking around like, what's in here? Oh, look at this can I just happened to glance in. Oh my God. A federal judge Thursday afternoon appointed a public defender for the murder suspect. He dabbed his eyes and nose with a tissue, crying ahead of his appearance before U.S. Magistrate Judge Kevin F. McCoy. Oh, shit, Shawn. This is Law and Order. That's what this is.
Bump, bump.
Judge
Bump,
McCoy.
bump, 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 bump.
Hang 'em high, McCoy. Do.
So do we attend this? Do we attend this hearing too? We're like, man, we got to see this show all the way to the end. They even got the dude from Law and Order here.
Excuse me, do you have a voucher for a buffet here?
I'm Lawyer Dick. I want to take over here. This is my junior attorney, Shawn.
And I stand up and I'm like, excuse me, Your Honor, he couldn't have done it because the butler did it. There's no butler for the 8th time.
I object. Quit. You can't object this. I object to your objection.
You're just sitting in the audience.
Bailiff.
Oh, well, sustained.
You don't say sustained. I say sustained.
Overruled. I overrule your sustained. Case closed. The butler did it. Bum, 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 bum. No, it's just stroll out of the courtroom. Bum, 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 bum.
That's when you peek back in and you mention, hey, is the buffet still good? This is from yesterday. I can still use this, right?
I mean, there's a time on here, but there isn't like a date. So I was just... The couple had taken the cruise to celebrate their 18th wedding anniversary. Oh my gosh. And the neighbors were with them, apparently.
Oh.
That's crazy. U.S. Attorney Jack Schmidt said he faces the maximum sentence of life in prison or the death penalty and a maximum fine of $250,000.
Yeah, because does Alaska have the death penalty then? Sounds like it.
It sounds like it. So I have a question, and maybe this is a stupid question, I don't know. Where does jurisdiction lie if I commit a crime on a boat?
Probably depending on...
Like if I'm in the ocean. I mean, obviously, if I'm on a lake in the middle of a state, then...
Well, it probably depends on...
If I'm on the ocean.
I'm sure Alaska's waters in the U.S., probably they extend out there. Actually, at that point, it might be a federal crime, so I don't know. And then maybe the federal government decides where it's going to be held.
Oh, maybe that's why the FBI showed up. Because it happened on a boat.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, well, this is the closest state for this is Alaska, so they're going to take this. Because I'd assume if you commit a crime in another country, the country is probably what. Well, I don't know. Maybe they detain you and take you back to the States. I don't know.
But don't they have like international waters, right?
Yeah, but if you're in international water, I'm assuming you probably still get tried in the States because that's where you're a citizen from.
Oh, I see.
Because if you're in any other country, they're going to be like, oh, it's an American death penalty. I forgot to pay for the Skittles. I'm sorry.
What if it's like the oh shit, what was it? Like the murder zone in Yosemite.
Oh yeah, that's what that guy thought. He got a freebie here.
Yeah, it's like I'm on a boat, so it's like the Purge.
Like, sir, no, it's not.
The Purge. Purge the butler and an old man Carruthers.
That'd be a good idea for a Purge movie.
Purge on a boat?
Yeah, like a Purge cruise.
Yeah, but I mean, how would you know you'd make it back alive?
You don't. That's the excitement of it.
Especially if you're running the murder mystery and it's bad entertainment.
Well, I guess the only person you know would survive would be the captain because like they can't kill him.
Well, not the captain. Well, I mean, maybe the captain. No, because everybody would honestly. Okay, so if you're on a boat and it's like a purge boat, are you telling me that like I think everybody's gunning for the captain? Like captain's gonna be like target number one because everybody's gonna want to have that moment where they're like, "Look at me, I am the captain now," and then they chop him into bits, and then they get to put on the captain's hat. Everybody's gonna want to put on the captain's hat, John. It's gonna be like a game of King of the Hill with the captain's hat. Shouldn't call it the Purge. You should call it like PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds on a cruise ship with where the captain's hat, it's winner captain's hat.
But once the purge is over, you got to get back home. If you kill the captain, you can't get back home. So you all lose.
The captain doesn't drive the ship. There's always the guy standing next to the captain that's driving the ship.
So what you're saying is being first mate, that'd keep you alive?
Being the guy that's steering the ship would keep you alive. Because right before you get a shotgun to the face, you're just like, wait, I'm the guy that drives the boat. And they're like,
If you're holding the big steering wheel, it's like base. It's like, nope, I got the steering wheel. I'm on base. Can't kill me.
Can't kill me. Base.
Unless you want to run into an iceberg. Do you want to run into an iceberg? I'll make the ship run into a fucking iceberg.
Oh, look, there's one over there. Huh? Where are we going? Are we going to the iceberg? No, we're not going to the iceberg. Fuck your Purge. I'm driving the boat. Why don't you go kill the captain? I think we've gone through like 5 of them since we raised anchor.
Oh, funny. Yeah, Purge at the sea. Purge on the sea.
Yeah. Mutiny. Purge.
That'd be a good directed DVD movie.
That'd be a good. That would, you know what? Fuck murder mystery. You do like a Purge cruise.
Oh yeah, like an actual Purge or kind of like a paintball where you fake. You know, if you get shot, you die, kind of thing.
Well, yeah, but what happens to all the people that get? Because I mean, you know, say the cruise is like 8 hours. I mean, it's gonna take like if you get shot first, like where are you gonna go?
You get to be a ghost.
God. No, what if you get to be if you get shot, then you get to go to the buffet.
Oh, yeah, good call.
You get shot with a paintball, then you get a voucher.
Then you get tired and you're like hungry, like, I'm done playing. Bang.
Bang.
Shot myself.
Purge me, I'm starving.
All right, Shawn, let's do each other so we can go eat.
Shawn, what are you holding that pipe for? Whack. That's how you lay pipe.
Applesauce, bitch.
Oh. Well, that's a good idea. Let's do a Purge cruise.
I like it.
Because I think that dinner murder mystery cruises are going to be on the decline after this little incident.
Yeah, I still feel like the idea that like if you did, I think the scary part of this is once you figure out like, oh shit, something actually happened, like how bad would you feel?
Right?
It's like the time I watched Jurassic Park and didn't realize that they weren't real dinosaurs. Just kind of take the magic out of it.
When did you find out they weren't real dinosaurs?
So that movie came out in 94 and then I figured it out in 2016. So 22 years.
So you had to wait for the last movie?
Yeah. I'm not that smart. I mistake the dinosaurs for being real.
Because you're like, no way can Chris Pratt tame raptors. There's something fishy going on here. I'm gonna get to the
Star-Lord
bottom
can't
of
do
this.
that. Star-Lord can do a lot of things, but he can't tame raptors.
I'll tell you, the one thing that I thought was CGI was Jeff Goldblum's rippling chest.
Yeah, he was ripped in that first one.
Yeah, it was.
I think he's supposed to be in the new one coming out.
I've heard that too.
I'm actually excited for it. I liked the last one. It was pretty good.
It wasn't bad. It was okay. All right, Sean. I'm wrapping this up. I'm dropping anchor on this dinner cruise.
All right, Richards, we're coming into port. What are your Richards closing thoughts?
Some people say don't believe everything you hear, and maybe in this case, sometimes you should believe what you hear. If the FBI shows up and they're like, no, somebody actually died, maybe take their word for it.
Go with your gut. When you're like, this seems a little bit more, better acting than what we were just listening to.
Something seems fishy on this cruise. Huh?
And it's not the tuna.
Oh, I'll file that. I'm sorry.
All right, well, let me do a little cabin keeping on this boat. Visit our website. We're at languageofbromance.com. Follow us on Twitter. We're at languageofbro. Email us at eatthebeaver@languageofbromance.com. Check out the LOB Army intelligence reports. Like us on Facebook. Go out and recruit somebody for the LOB Army by getting somebody you know to subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, or Stitcher.
And also, when you're visiting us on the iTunes or any of those places, make sure to rate us and leave a review, especially on iTunes, because those ratings and reviews help keep us in rankings. They just going in and putting in some stars and saying some words does more than you will ever know.
Helps us in the rankings a little bit, and I like reading them too. It kind of lets us know like somebody out there enjoys what we're doing,
or that they hate us. I'm fine with those too. And
you can always check us out on the Pod Bros Network.
Because it's the best podcast site on the 7 seas. Arr.
It's the cruisiest of the Pod Bros. It's the cruisiest of the podcast networks out there.
All right.
Yeah. And if you want to throw a little money in our Patreon jar, go to www.patreon.com/languageofbromance. All right. Was there anything else before I close her out?
No, we're dropping anchor. We're done here. We're getting off the boat.
All right. Well, that's all the bromance we have for this show. I'm Sean.
And I'm Richard.
And I say we eat the beaver.
Let's be honest. You wouldn't be on a cruise. You wouldn't go on a cruise with me anyway because of sharks.
Yeah, you got to worry about that. I say we let it go.